So in this video, I decide to introduce Plato to the flag. The flag is a tool I like to use a lot, especially as we get into groundwork. And so it's something I need him to learn to be comfortable with. So you can see here, I'm just starting with letting him see it, touch it, and I'm going to start with rubbing it on his face and his body a bit. So I start with him following it because that is a little less scary to a horse when they get to follow something they find scary, and it'll help them also learn to become a little more curious, as opposed to being afraid, hopefully. Of course, each animal's different, but I usually prefer to start with them following it before I'm doing too much else. You'll also notice through the video we have lots of pause times in between me doing things, or you'll notice I'll just stop and stand with him for a few moments. And that's to give him a little bit of a letdown for doing well, and also working on slowly building up the length of time in which he can deal with things. Because Plato's threshold really isn't huge, especially if you've seen some of the other videos. And we'll see it again in this video. He's going to have a moment where he thinks about leaving, bolting, basically, which is instinctual to him as a Mustang. You know, if he feels there's danger, he just thinks he needs to get out of there. And that's what kept him alive when he was out in the wild. So we can't blame him for that, but now we got to teach him that that's not necessarily necessary anymore. The pauses are also going to give his mind a little bit of time to process what just happened and register that it happened and he wasn't harmed, he didn't die, that we're okay. So here I start working it over the other side of him. You can see as things go from left eye to right eye from behind him, it got him concerned, and that's why he reacted. And then you see me just kind of pull him around because if not, I'm going to do some arena skiing. And we've done enough of that, I think. So I want him to really understand that when I put some pressure on that rope, I need him to give. Because he doesn't need to think I'm a rag doll that he can drag around all over the place. And notice, as soon as he gives, there's no punishment. I'm not being mean to him. I need him to understand not to do that for my safety as well as his, because bolting off blindly can lead either of us to getting injured and things seriously happening. And here you see he recovers. I work on getting it on that other side again. And he flinched a little, but we didn't have anything major, so I gave him a break at that. So here you see me kind of working it right on the back where it's crossing the line to both sides and just letting him get used to that. This is also going to affect, when we get to riding. When I'm on top of him, I'm going to go from one eye to the other eye when I work on the mounting. So again, that's just a thing he's going to have to learn to be a little more comfortable with. But I'm going to start that stuff here instead of waiting until I want to climb on his back and then him blowing at that point. And here I'm trying to switch to doing his right side. You can see he was a little unsure about that and trying to block me a bit. And even though he's reaching over and touching with his nose, his head's cocked, you can see he kind of wants to put me in that left side. And I need him to be able to, again, process things on both sides. The only reason we did things on the left side was because knights used to carry swords. So mounting up on the right side and that sort of stuff just wasn't practical for them. And today it serves no purpose. So really, I need my horses to be good, not just on the left, but on the right too. Things are going to happen in the world on his right side. And he needs to learn that that's not a big deal. Good boy. Touch, 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 touch. Good boy. And here I'm going to start touching just some other spots that are typically a little more sensitive. So under the neck, the legs, the belly. And then I believe when this video ends, it ends with me doing a little bit on the butt and the back legs as well. And here, now I'm going to add some movement to the flag so he can kind of get used to that. And this is actually in fast forward, so I'm not swinging it quite as crazily as it might appear here. But again, it's one of those things I'm going to start smaller, get bigger, but I just need him to figure out, like, when the flag is just moving and things are happening, and then when he's actually being asked something. So when there's intention with the flag, and the difference in when maybe I'm just fumbling with things or playing with things. And there you see me getting a little more towards the back side. Hope you all like this video. See you next time.